Keep informed, stay plugged in. Read next on Sunday and every day of the week.
Hello and welcome to Next News. My name is Chinwe Chukwu. Scores of Nigeria oil militants turned in weapons in the creeks of the Niger Delta on Thursday, 2 weeks after a 60-day amnesty period began. But the participation so far is still below authorities' expectations. President Umaru Yar'Adua offered an unconditional pardon in June to all militants who take part in the amnesty, the latest effort to stem unrest, which has prevented Nigeria from pumping much above 2/3 of its oil capacity in recent years. Scores of young men in civilian clothes queued to have their photographs and thumbprints taken by the security forces before handing over weapons at this camp at Alo in Okrika district, around 50 kilometers east of the oil hub Port Harcourt. A Nigerian court said on Thursday that the government illegally revoked offshore oil exploration rights awarded to South Korea's National Oil Corps and banned it from further interfering with the firm. President Umaru Yar'Adua in January withdrew companies' rights to 2 major offshore oil fields awarded in 2005 by the previous administration in Africa's biggest energy producer, saying the Korean firm failed to fully pay the investment pledged. The case has been closely watched by the oil industry and foreign investors concerned about the security of contracts when administrations change in sub-Saharan Africa's second biggest economy. The Sultan of Sokoto, Saad Abubakar III, has directed Muslims in the country to commence Ramadan on Saturday, August 22nd, which is equivalent to first Ramadan 1430 AH. The Sultan gave the directive in his palace in Sokoto on Thursday during a special broadcast. According to the Sultan, the directive is sequel to the non-sighting of the new moon of Ramadan on Thursday across Nigeria. The Ekiti State House of Assembly on Thursday completed the screening of the 15 nominees whose names were submitted by Governor Segun Oni for consideration as commissioners. At the end of the exercise, 5 of the nominees, who were former lawmakers, were confirmed. Others are to await the outcome of the exercise, which began on August 13th. The nominees already confirmed as commissioners include Abiodun Olujimi, Olukayode Babade, Taiwo Olatubosun, Oladapo Ajed, and George Akawa. The president of the Academic Staff Union of Universities, Awuzie Ukachukwu, said on Thursday that the union was willing to return to the negotiation table with the federal government. Mr. Ukachukwu, who stated this at a news conference in Ibadan, said it was wrong for any party in the negotiation to have changed the rules unilaterally at any point in time. He said that the union is ready and willing to return to the negotiation table for the sake of Nigerian children, the students, parents, and the Nigerian education system. Property owners whose structures are marked for demolition in the ongoing expansion of the Lagos-Badagry Expressway have appealed to Lagos State government to be compassionate on the issue of compensation. The owners, under the aegis of Association of Landlords on Orile Mile 2 Badagry Expressway, urged Governor Babatunde Fashola to ensure that all those affected were adequately compensated. The state government said on August 19 that it had earmarked 2 billion naira for the payment of compensation to property owners whose properties give way for the expansion of the expressway into 10 lanes. The police in Lagos have arrested a 24-year-old housewife, Ogechi Uzuakachukwu, for allegedly beating her 7-year-old cousin to death. Police spokesman Frank Mba said on Thursday in Lagos that a preliminary investigation revealed that the victim, who lived with the suspect in her 2-room apartment at Ijaye area since June 2009, had died from injuries sustained during a severe beating by the suspect. According to the police spokesperson, the Commissioner of Police, Maveo Aboyibo, has directed that the case be transferred to the Department of Public Prosecution for legal advice. Now to world news. Mauritius closed all schools on Thursday until the end of the month after the official number of swine flu cases on the Indian Ocean island reached at least 40. 5 people who contracted the H1N1 virus on the popular tourist island have died. Officials say they did not die as a direct result of the virus. The government said it was taking the step after the school absenteeism increased to 51% on Thursday from 31.6% at the outset of the pandemic, the statement said. The 2 leading contenders for Afghanistan's presidential election have both claimed victory. The campaign teams for incumbent Hamid Karzai and ex-foreign minister Abdullah both said they have won an outright majority. Electoral officials say the ballot counting is now over and the official result will be announced soon, but warned against predicting the outcome. Millions of Afghans defied Taliban threats to vote in Thursday's poll. And in business, Nigerian Central Bank chief vowed on Thursday to prosecute any executive found to have broken the law following a massive bank bailout as challenges mounted to his efforts to recover $5 billion of bad loans. The central bank injected $2.6 billion into Afribank, FameBank, Intercontinental Bank, Oceanic Bank, and Union Bank last Friday and sacked their senior management, saying last governance had left them so weakly capitalized that they posed a systematic risk. The central bank on Wednesday published a list of more than 200 firms, individuals, and state bodies it said were defaulting debtors to the 5 banks, sending a second shockwave through the Nigerian corporate establishment. The Securities and Exchange Commission has given a 7-day ultimatum to Ndi Okereke Onyuke, Director General of the Nigeria Stock Exchange, to explain her involvement in the non-performing loan saga. The exchange equally directed the immediate suspension of sacked chief executives of the troubled 5 banks from its council. The federal government will pay 177 billion naira as subsidy for electricity consumers nationwide in the next 3 years. Mahmoudin Talba, the administrator of the Nigerian Electricity Regulation Commission, disclosed this at an awareness campaign organized by the Commission on Thursday in Katsina. He said the amount, which had already been submitted to the Federal Executive Council for approval, represents the 5 naira 20 kobo tariff increase expected to be paid by consumers for the next 3 years. And finally, in sports, Jamaican Usain Bolt charted his own 200 meters world record on Thursday to win gold at the World Championships in a breathtaking 19.19 seconds and secured this place as the greatest sprinter ever seen. 1 year exactly after he posted 19.30 seconds at the Beijing Olympics to beat Michael Johnson's untouchable 19.32 from the Atlanta Games, he sliced another 11 hundredths of a second off just as he did in Sunday's 100 when he ran 9.58. Bolt, who turns 23 on Saturday, is now the world record holder and world and Olympic champion in both sprints, something no other athlete has achieved. Nigeria's Presidential Task Force on World Cup qualifying is looking to raise a massive 2.8 billion naira to prosecute the last 3 games of the Super Eagles campaign to reach South Africa 2010. Task Force Chairman and Rivers State Governor Chibuike Amechi said in Lagos on Thursday that the money is expected to be raised at a dinner at the Presidential Villa, Abuja on August 27th. Mr. Amechi added that President Umar Yar'Adua has graciously accepted to chair the occasion. Thank you for watching Next News. For details on these and other stories, please log on to our website www.234next.com.